electric vehicles are evolving faster than ever. Tesla just dropped its latest update to a nameplate that's been around longer than most smartphones. This is your first in-depth look at the 2026 Tesla Model S, and while it might look familiar, don't let its subtle updates fool you. There's more here than meets the eye. Let's be honest, the Model S has aged. It debuted back in 2011, and while it was a technological marvel then, newer competitors have been gaining ground fast. But now, Tesla's oldest sedan is getting a small but meaningful refresh, following in the footsteps of the recently updated Model 3 and Model Y. So, what's new? At first glance, not much. The 2026 Model S still carries the same sleek, low-slung shape. If you're not a diehard Tesla fan, you might walk past it without noticing a difference. But look closer, and the changes start to emerge. New headlights now come with adaptive beams. They've been redesigned internally for a sharper look and improved functionality. Around back, the taillights also receive subtle tweaks. The Plaid trim now gets a new front bumper with larger and more aggressive intakes. These are designed to improve aerodynamics and stability at high speeds. Tesla is also offering new wheel designs across the lineup. The standard all-wheel drive version rolls on 19-inch wheels, while 21-inch options are available for those craving a more commanding look. On the Plaid, those wheels remain the same sizes, but the styling is unique. Just like the Performance. And there's a new paint color, frost blue. It's soft, elegant, and definitely stands out from Tesla's typical grayscale palette. Of course, it comes at a premium $2,500 to be exact, because nothing custom from Tesla comes cheap. Inside, pretty much the same. Tesla hasn't touched the minimalist interior layout. That yoke-style steering wheel is still here, polarizing. As ever, what is new, though, is ambient lighting. Tesla calls it dynamic, with animations that pulse and sweep across the dashboard and door panels when you enter the car. It's subtle flair, but it adds a more premium, modern touch. But this refresh isn't really about looks. It's about feel. Tesla made several engineering changes under the surface, and they're designed to make your drive smoother, quieter, and more refined. Let's start with the suspension. Tesla has retuned the bushings and revised some hardware. The result? A ride that's more comfortable and composed. Similar tweaks on the Model 3 and Model Y made a noticeable difference, and now, that same treatment is coming to the S. Cabin is quieter, too. Tesla isn't sharing all the details, but the improvements likely come from better seals, welding tweaks, and adjustments to sound insulation. The audio system's active noise cancellation is also updated, helping to hush wind and road noise, especially at highway speeds. The result is an experience that's less raw and more luxurious, a move that makes sense, given the Model S's premium pricing. Speaking of which, let's talk money. Last time we checked, the Model S started at around $74,000. That's no longer the case. The 2026 Model S all-wheel drive now starts at $86,630. The Plaid? You'll need at least $101,630 to get behind the wheel of Tesla's 1,000 horsepower flagship. What do you get for that extra money? A bit more range for starters. Thanks to aero tweaks and those new wheels, the WD Model S now boasts a maximum range of 410 miles. On a single charge, the longest ever for a Tesla, the Plaid gets bumped to 368 miles. That's up from 405 and 359, respectively. It's not a massive jump, but every mile counts, especially when you're paying this kind of money. Of course, range depends on the wheels you choose. Go with the larger 21-inch wheels, and those numbers will dip, but it's still impressive even if Lucid's Air. Sedan still holds the crown with 420 miles. Now, let's zoom out. Tesla's been busy lately. Between robotaxis, AI, humanoid robots, and that still missing affordable model, it's easy to overlook the core lineup. But this update to the Model S is a reminder that Tesla hasn't forgotten about its roots. This isn't a reinvention. It's a polish, a quiet refinement of what was already a strong performer. And while it might not generate headlines like a Cybertruck or Roadster, the 2026 Model S plays a critical role in Tesla's portfolio. It's the company's OG luxury EV, the car that started it all. With these updates, Tesla keeps it relevant, without straying from what made it special in the first place. So, who is this for? If you're a die-hard Tesla fan who wants the most range, the cleanest design, and instant acceleration, the 2026 Model S is still the brand's flagship sedan. If you've got six figures to spend and want something electric that doesn't scream for attention, this might be your next car. But if you were hoping for a full redesign or revolutionary tech upgrades, this isn't that. This is Tesla doubling down on refinement. It's about comfort. It's about quiet confidence. It's about pushing the range just a bit further, polishing the driving dynamics, and smoothing out the ride. That said, there's still a sense that the Model S is waiting for a true next-gen leap. With competitors bringing fresh platforms, larger screens, and more advanced driver assistance systems, Tesla's flagship feels like it's coasting a little. Even with the updates, still, there's something to be said for incremental improvement. Sometimes, subtle changes are all you need to keep a car feeling fresh, especially when the foundation is already solid. So, the 2026 Model S isn't here to shock. It's here to remind us that Tesla is still paying attention, still listening, still tweaking. And maybe that's enough for now.